And what's going on, guys? Kale here coming at you with a video on the Magik event. And just kind of looking at this event, wanted to talk about a couple things, what I am doing in regards to the event. And yeah, so let's talk about that, I guess, real quick. So first and foremost, looking at the event, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, you spend the Snowflake Currency and you go through these milestones. Going through these milestones, if you complete them, you will get 100 magic shards if you go all the way down to the bottom. And then there is also the, I believe it's the purple ornament that gives you 50 magic shards as well. So if we scroll over here, so it's the purple ornament, you're going to get 50 magic shards here as well, so it's 150 shards. I believe that is just shy of a 4-star character. And the purple ornament is one of the free ornaments, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is the daily login one. Actually, that's the pink. So that means the purple is in the milestones. So let's see where that is. Alright, scrolling through purple, so it's actually pretty early on. It's only at milestone 21, so that's a pretty easy get. Now, the milestones for this are pretty straightforward as far as how you're earning points. Basically, every snowflake point you spend is equal to an equal amount of points. So if you spend, 100 snowflake points, you get 100 points, etc. So what I wanted to talk about, two things first and foremost, how you're earning these points, and then what I recommend you buy with the points to kind of get the most bang for your buck. So the way you're earning these points is via campaign energy, as well as spending ISO 8 energy campaign as well. So it is important to be at least accepting your daily free currency. So whenever those resets happen, for myself personally, being in Central Time, it's 11 a.m., 5 a.m., and then 8 a.m. So 11 a.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. are for my resets. You have 3 hours essentially to collect that energy. You get 80 energy from that for each reset. So essentially you get 240 energy from each of these. Combine that together, you're getting about 480 snowflake currency. What I'm also doing is I am also spending power cores to refresh my daily energy, which that is nothing new. I always do the 4 energy refreshes regardless. What I am doing for this event, however, though, is I'm also doing the 50 core refreshes for my ISO 8 energy. It's a combination thing. It is kind of good because I did just unlock Doom on Mini, so I am working on getting Doom up to Green 5 and then also, Blue 3 eventually, as this will greatly help me in the Doom raids for the tech section. Getting that extra ISO 8 energy is wonderful. If you're not currently kind of working on a specific character, what I would suggest is kind of stockpiling some ISO 8 energy. And some great characters to kind of be thinking about when you're stockpiling would be brawlers and controllers. And the reason I say that is because with the new Web Warriors team, 4 out of the 5 characters are all brawlers, so that is a lot of ISOs. And then Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, is going to be a controller, and there have been a lot of controllers come to the game recently as well, so you might not have a lot of controller ISO. So what I've been doing, in Mini's case, I'm working on Doom first, and then I am going over and working on my brawlers. I've already gotten Spider-Man up. I'm currently working on Miles Morales, and then I will just kind of keep stockpiling probably controller ISO first, since Ghost Spider will be coming to the game first, followed by Scarlet Spider, as well as Spider-Punk. Now, I know some people, cores are obviously, kind of hard to come by, and, with the event campaigns that kind of come around typically, it's always good to have a large stockpiling of cores. However, what I will say is I will kind of guesstimate that Spider-Punk's event campaign will not be happening until at least the beginning of next year. And the kind of logic behind that is they typically kind of wait about 2 weeks in between releasing characters. So, we've got Magik. Her offers were first available last week during the update. I believe, as of recording this, I think Ghost Spider's buy offers are probably going to be available tonight. But her Blitz isn't until next week. So I'm thinking at the very earliest, Scarlet Spider might be purchasable maybe the 24th, but I don't think that's likely. So I think the 31st will most likely be when Scarlet Spider's offer is available. And then I don't think Spider-Punk, I don't think he'll be purchasable until maybe the 7th at the very earliest of January, with maybe his event starting on January 14th. So that kind of almost gives you another month to kind of restock your cores, and that's why I'm thinking, it's okay to be spending a little bit extra on the event campaign, or rather on Magik's milestones. The other thing, too, that's kind of keeping me with this timeline is Magik's event is set for 14 days. So it started, obviously, yesterday, the 16th for me. So this event won't actually be ending until the 30th. So that is the earliest that the Scarlet Spider event, I think, would start, as they don't really run 2 milestone events at the same time. I would then assume the Scarlet Spider event will probably be something similar and up to 14 days as well. So even if that were to start right when the Magik event ends, Magik event ending on the 30th of December. Scarlet Spider, if it happened to start on the 30th, it wouldn't be ending until the 13th of January. So that's kind of why I'm suspecting that Spider-Punk won't be starting until the 14th. But it could be maybe another week later, pending on the course of things. But I think it does give you plenty of time to kind of restock your cores if you do get a little low. But so that's what I am currently doing on all 3 accounts. I'm doing my 4 refreshes of my campaign energy, 4 refreshes of my ISO 8 campaign energy as well, and then I'm basically blitzing my mind out. Basically you're trying to go through a rotation every 2 hours. Currently with Mini, I have 34 Blitz teams. I believe on Kale and Jakaris, I have 35. And, just basically trying to get as many wins as possible. Each Blitz win is going to give you 22 of the currency. It'll give you 22 Snowflake currencies. So, basically the way I'm doing things is I'm buying the 1,200 items, rather. Sorry. So basically, every 2 Blitz rotations, I'm able to buy basically a piece of gear just from blitzing. So talking about that, I do want to look at the Snowflake Currency and kind of what I think you should be spending it on. Now, I know a lot of people and a lot of the other content creators out there are a bit upset that there are not more Magik shards in this event, and I don't know, I'm kind of in a weird place where I'm not that mad that there aren't Magik shards. Partially as a character, I don't really think she offers too much. I was looking at her kit a little bit and just kind of reading her kit. She might actually kind of go in with the Astonishing X-Men pretty well as a raid character, but that is something I kind of need to test out a little bit more. And that is something I'm planning to test within the next couple days. But with that being said, though, if she doesn't work as a viable raid character, she's really only a war character, and personally I'm not a big fan of war, just because win or lose the rewards are basically similar, so I don't go all that hard on just pure war characters. War is only done 3 times a week, whereas arena, raids, blitz, all that other stuff is something you do on a daily basis. So for the most part, I don't get too excited for war characters. So if she only ends up being a war character, I'm honestly not that mad that there's not a lot of shards of her. I'd honestly, personally, rather have more teal gear and not feel like bad about buying teal gear. Now, the only thing that'll kind of change this opinion is if she is like usable for the next legendary or a requirement for the next legendary. If that's the case, that is something to kind of feel bad about. But I'm also kind of more about the here and now, and until she's announced as a possible legendary requirement, I'm not going to get upset that I'm not getting more shards of magic. I don't really think currently she brings a lot to the game. Like I said, she might potentially be a good raid character for possibly like the boss node of the mutant section, but that's untested right now for me. So with that being said, I'm not going to get too upset that there's not a lot of magic shards here. I'd actually rather the teal gear, as it's been really slow farming. So, enough of me rambling my mouth. What tier gear am I looking to buy? Now, I honestly think this first row is meant to kind of tempt us, as the catalyst parts are farmable. Now, they're not farmable in large quantities, but they are farmable, and that is in the newest Doom War chapters. The gear that is not farmable and that requires the most is going to be the Origin Uniques, and that's what I've been spending on all 3 accounts. I've kind of at a point where I had a large portion of the Snowflake currency, so I've been able to buy. So I've been able to buy this actually twice now. I did it once last night and then once today. So I've been able to buy this row 2 times now, which has been nice. So I'm basically just kind of slowly stockpiling teal gear. And I think these are kind of the best buys. Now, if you do find yourself in a large abundance of Snowflake currency, and you are looking at some of the gold hero uniques, the only ones I would kind of maybe recommend buying would be the superior Oz formulas, as they are needed for basically all of the web warriors, and maybe the miasmas if you need them. But for the most part, I am saving all of my Snowflake currency for the teal gear and the, Origin uniques. And so far, this has been working out pretty well for Minnie. I'm already at milestone 7. I'm on milestone 7 on all 3 accounts. This is just about, 1 day into the event. So, hypothetically, if I'm able to kind of keep up this pace, if I'm averaging about 70 to 100, looking at that for another 13 days, that should easily kind of get me to 93,000 points, which is well past these actual milestones. The milestones actually cap out at 75,000, so I think I should be plenty fine, and this will also kind of account for maybe some days where I'm not able to blitz super hard, but yeah, so that's kind of where I am with the Magic event, what I would recommend with the Magic event, and, spend those 450 refreshes for both your campaign energy and your ISO 8 campaign energy. Blitz as much as you can, and kind of try to pay attention to what you're blitzing and go for the most wins. If you're able to, kind of set a timer every 2 hours, and I think kind of what the math has worked out is if you're able to do about 4 to 5 rotations a day, you should be able to complete this event with plenty of time to spare. So as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Hopefully y'all found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hope everyone is having a good week. Good luck with the Magic event, and take it easy.